good afternoon. I hope that you're enjoying the show as much as we do. Thank you for coming. It's our pleasure to be here. My name is Stanisław Markowski, and together with Imre Rokob, we represent the Dorsum investment software. We want to tell you a little bit about how we perceive the changes that are happening and coming to the investment wealth management area, and our answer to that, so the mobile application that it's meant to help the investors to work every day and take care of their money. So just a few words about Dorsum, our perspective. We've got 20 years as a company of experience of banking innovation. We serve over 80 customers in 10 different countries, employ 300 people, most of them technical staff. And you can just have a look on the names of some of our clients, the banks and brokers and organizations that we serve in Central Europe. So to the main point, we believe that the world is changing and so are the financial markets. The wealth management markets will never ever be the same after the changes that are coming. I want to tell you a little bit about how we perceive the changes in terms of players, of the institutions and customers, and at the end to show you the mobile app, our answer to these challenges. Starting with Amazon. I think we can all imagine one day when Amazon is going to start to sell funds and advice in the investment space. That's why we mocked up the website. They put the funds button on the website to enable the imagination and bring this day forward. Amazon, in my opinion, has got everything it takes to deliver this kind of services, deliver this kind of service as wealth management or investment management. As Jeff Bezos says, they don't make money when they sell things, but they make money when they help people to make choices, make the purchase choices. And the same can be true for the investments because they have the reach, they have the customers, they have the data, and most importantly, they have the trust of customers. So building on that, they can disrupt the industry very heavily. Let's look at some figures that can substantiate this claim. And Amazon Prime service has got more users than the number of people who voted in 2016 elections or who own $55,000, very good audience for talking about the investment. Actually, they are only second to the number of people who decorate tree for Christmas. So this possibility to disrupt the market is true for Amazon, and so is for Booking.com and Facebook, because they have global reach, they have the number of transactions they can handle, and they have the customer data that they use to work in terms of investment advisory. This brings us to the comparison between the situation of traditional banks, the services providers, and the newcomers, the fintechs, who are trying to disrupt the market and actually are disrupting the market. The playing field is not actually level in these terms. When we look back into year 2008, when Lehman Brothers collapsed, or even 2007, the liquidity problems of the Northern Rock Bank in the UK that started the financial crisis. After the crisis, there came a big wave of new regulations that put enormous strain on the resources of banks, brokers, and traditional wealth managers. The newcomers are more flexible. The companies we call fintechs are free or more free to do the business at the expense of traditional providers. When working on our mobile app that Imre is going to present in live, we looked at some of those providers like Stash. They provide the investment portfolios to over 2 million customers in the US, or Robinhood that deliver the mobile app to trade on stocks and ETFs in the US market for free without charging any fees. And Wealthfront, the robo-advisor, the company that provides its customers with automated advice and currently manages around $10 billion in the States. All these newcomers, all these fintechs are competing for the new customers, for the new entrants to the market on the buying side. And we currently witness the process of transition of wealth. The wealth goes through generations from the baby boomers to younger generations, to the children and grandchildren. It is expected that within 10 years from now, the younger generations will own over 50% of global wealth, currently estimated at $70 trillion. When we consider this is a change from less than 20%, the scale of shifts is enormous, and the scale of challenges that the banks will face comes to the face. We can identify some main factors, some main components of the change, and point out to the fact that they need to be addressed. So one is the advent of hybrid advisor. We call hybrid advisor a situation where the customer and human advisors remain, and there is a constant communication between them, but it's assisted and helped by the digital media, the chat, the video conference, the transfer of data, or the mobile apps that help customer to take the investment decision or trade. There's a huge expectation from the new customers for omni-channel service. The customers want to be served in online, mobile, face-to-face, any sort of communication, and also the self-service. These new customers expect that they will be able to do everything themselves in the application and only speak to the advisor as and if they need. There's also the advent of the big techs that may disrupt the scene, and the increased use of computer-generated portfolios. The younger generation believes that the computer-generated or robo-advisory portfolios can reduce the risk, and the banks will have to face that and will have to cope with that challenge. As far as we know, the younger generation, the new customers, they want to stay in center of attention. They want to stay in control of their assets and investments anytime, anywhere. They want to use the wisdom of the tribe, so they want to be able to consult their peers and seek their opinion on their financial affairs as any other activity they get involved in. And they look for efficient and transparent ways of doing the transactions. Moreover, and this is specific for the banking market, they expect immediate communication in digital channels and same-day communication in the traditional channels with their advisors. Talking about the solution, how to face these challenges, how to serve the customers who have these new and diverse needs. So we believe that the answer is a mobile and online application that we call My Wealth. And I'm going to ask Imre to present that application. Imre, please, this floor is yours.
Thank you, Stan. So I would like to use the opportunity to introduce you the latest member of our B2B wealth management product family to you here in Poland. So My Wealth. My Wealth is a wealth management and trading solution with exceptional UX that can digitally enhance the client and the advisor relation. We support, first of all, simple things like client can check the portfolio, how it's performing. We can invest by one click, and we can keep in touch with the financial advisor. I mean, these are standard things. But as Stan mentioned, the expectation of the new type of investors are shaped by not the banks, but by the big tech companies. And we developed much more than a simple trading application. In My Wealth, there is a communication center that combines automated with a human chat and also works as a notification center. It supports a fully self-service, or as Stan mentioned, an assisted investor experience. And we also provide investment games and achievements to educate the customers. So it's very important in the investment business to educate the customers. We think beyond the expectations of MiFID II. And in the next part, I would like to drive you through a quick investment experience, how the app works. So on the left-hand side, you should see the application. As I mentioned on the dashboard, you see the most relevant information. Of course, it's for different customer segments, different investor types, the most relevant information is different. In this example customer journey, I receive a notification about some free cash available on my account that is ready for invest. By tapping on the notification, the application brings me directly to the communication center. I accept this offer. And the app offers the automatic Easy Invest feature. Easy Invest automatically recommends the best fitting investments. But at this moment, I'm not sure what to do. So I would like to consult this opportunity with my advisor. I mean, in this case, the automated flow converts to a human-human chat where I can ask further information about this feature, or about this element in the portfolio from my relationship manager. And what you see on the screen, from this moment, the automated conversation continues with a human-to-human conversation. I receive further information. So let's say I'm satisfied with the response, and then the relationship manager can drop me back to the automated flow. I click on this feature, and the automated flow continues. I pick into which goal I would like to invest. I pick the amount that I would like to invest, like 8,000 euros. And by clicking on the next, Easy Invest automatically recommends the best fitting products to me. Behind, of course, as I mentioned, we have the entire rebalancing engine and the wealth management platform that we support this activity. Important thing in the bottom of the screen, transparency. We show the costs in advance. How much does this investment cost to the client? This is a very important step to build trust with the new type of investor. By clicking on the Invest button, the investment experience continues, and my new investments are just executed. The journey finishes in the same chat flow that you have seen before, and I automatically receive the confirmation of those 3 investments. So with one click, basically we purchase the best fitting investments, which was in my case these 3 ETFs. So very basically, this was just a quick impression of myverse. Easy to integrate, we have predefined APIs, we can provide it on-premise or cloud setup, and if you want to learn more how we can help you with providing this solution, we have a booth outside, and we are happy to share more information and more best practices with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.